Hi darlings, this is Christina at Makeup Box FYI, and today we're going to talk about a very special revolutionary product from Chanel. Darlings, so today we're going to talk about the new Nail #1 Red Camellia Skin Enhancer products. So I chose two products. I chose medium coral and soft pink, and the reason why is because I felt like online it was hard to really tell what that was going to look like. Can't have that. Online it was hard to tell what it was really going to look like. So these are the colors, okay? Soft pink, medium coral. And so I wanted to see if this was going to be a color I could just throw on, because it is tinted. It's not a tinted moisturizer. So this product is said to have concentrated with red camellia oil and extract, smoothing and perfecting enhancer, boost skin's natural radiance, infused with plant waxes and hyaluronic acid. The lightweight formula provides hydration all day long. The complexion appears more beautiful and radiant with a youthful glow. Low coverage, and this one in particular is an apricot hued shade. The apricot shades, they're talking about all of them because both of the packages have that on them. And if you look, they do kind of have like a warm finish to them. So I'm just going to show you a little bit on each. But you can wear these alone, which I have done. I've been playing with these quite a bit since I received them. So this is the medium coral. This is the soft pink. I have used both, and I found a lot of cool uses for them, not just for face products, but I also have tried them under the eyes for little brightening. I've tried them together, mixed together, which I'm gonna tell you, because of my skin tone, the two together is better. Now there is a slight smell. It's a very classic Chanel smell. It's light, it's rosy, it's non-offensive, but it is beautiful. I think what I'll do, like right now, I just did my makeup and I have a little lip gloss on. What I'll do is I'll do one side of my face with the soft pink and the other side with the medium coral. So I'm going to use my products in my little Diva package. This is going to come in so much use. I really love this, and if you like a little pretty on your vanity, that is it. Okay, so let's start with the soft pink. So I'm going to start here, and that was probably a little more than I needed, but I like to put under here so you see it gives an ever so subtle glow. As you can see, this is the side with the enhancer. You see the luminosity, and this is the side without. So you see it gives a little bit of radiance, just a hint of a healthy glow. So I really, really love that. I like this better than any of the primers I've tried from Chanel, with the exception of the new one, but just because that isn't going to be available to everybody, I'm going to refrain really focusing in on it. I will discuss just a little bit of the Rosy Beige primer, but for now we're going to look at this enhancer. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now I'm going to use the medium coral. Now I found, I don't know if I built it up too much, but when I tried to use it on its own, it was a little darker for me. So be aware, but you're going to see right now. And honestly, you may just ever so slightly see the difference. You may not see it at all, really, but slight. So you see the coral, soft pink. So I don't know if you can see the difference, and honestly, I could leave it just as is, put some concealer on, powder, and be on my way, because I've done that before and it works fabulously. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to pair it with something I used more recently. I really, really loved it. with the Chantecaille, I have the color Hazel. So I'm gonna take just a few little dabs here, there, everywhere. It was a really pretty finish. We actually went to a Jurassic World live performance. It like tours around the world, at least around the US. I took my kids, we had such a blast. You know, I could see the little feet coming out of some of the dinosaurs, but my 4-year-old had the time of his life. He loves dinosaurs, can name most of them. My daughter liked it too. I think she liked it. She's 10, and she definitely could see more of the legs come out of the people and things, but out of the dinosaur, I should say, costumes. But they had some really cool robots. And if you have little kids, young kids, I would say if they're older, they may not really be into it. I'd say 5 and below, maybe 10 and below. 10 is like the cutoff, because my daughter wouldn't have enjoyed it as much without her baby brother. SUBLIMAGE in color 32. But I would definitely recommend it. My son was still talking about it this morning, how he loved it, and thank you mommy and daddy for taking us. It was so awesome. When can we go back? So cute. Strongly recommend the Jurassic World tour. Anyway, but I wore it there, and it's a, you know, big stadium, and so really crowded. The air was on like full blast, so that was not a problem. But you know, I always test my makeup in humid places because I feel like you need to be able to see it in the worst conditions, and this held up so nice. I did not come out looking like too oily. It was like perfect. We were outside for a little bit in the line, and it held very well. I'm telling you something, I really love to add this one here to my under eye as well. I found that it gives a little brightening. You know, that's most of the color correctors have like a peachy hue to them. Most, not all, depending on your undertone, but I've always gravitated to the peach. So I've been adding this to like different concealers, and I really like it. I love a product that's like multi-use, multi-purpose. Okay, so this is the look. As you can see, my skin looks really nice, very dewy. Now, any type of dewy kind of finish, I'm always gonna powder. I'm gonna just powder here, just along the sides. I wanna keep this highlighted. I wanna keep it dewy. I wanna keep my cheeks, all that. So we're just gonna do these parts here. And you guys know I recently, well, maybe you don't. On my last video, I talked about having the Sonya G. This is her newest kind of cream brush. As you can see, these beautiful little ridges. There are different tapering of layers in here, and I've really been enjoying it for cream products. I think this makes cream products work so fantastically just because of the way it picks up the product. So I'm going to talk about this. Well, actually, I'm just going to debut this. I'm going to use the Chanel bronzer to put on to just give this an overall ethereal look. So before I do, let's just even out my under eye. So I have the Tom Ford Tropical Dusk, a gorgeous palette. And you know how I am about wanting to use all the products I love. So I thought, you know what, let's rock this one today. I do have somewhere to go. My daughter and I, we're getting our nails done together. And then I'm meeting, one of my very best friends in the whole wide world today for coffee. So I want a makeup look that's gonna like last all day. A little put together without looking like too much. So I thought this is the perfect thing to use. I have now the Chanel Le Beige in color 392 Soleil Tan, medium bronze. And they now have these in travel sizes, which I highly recommend, because you will never, oops, wrong brush. You will never use all of this product. Like, it's gonna take you years. Now, I have made a significant little dent in here, I would say, but it's nowhere near the bottom, nowhere near. And cream products do expire faster than powders, so I would recommend, if you are going to purchase any of these, I would totally purchase the travel size so you can at least finish your product. There's nothing I hate more than a product that expires that I didn't even make a dent on. So but do you see how this just dispersed the product? It's so creamy. It's so smooth, like effortlessly, just looks airbrushed. And I honestly saw Alicia Archer, whom I love, aka Kinky Sweat, and she always, you know, talks about the Sonya G brushes. She's a big fan, and actually I trust her opinion. I've been following her for years, and I love her recommendation of brushes. So I was like, I don't have a good cream brush. And so I'm glad I followed her recommendation because I absolutely love it. So now I'm going to use my favorite. I told you I've been using this more and more this summer. The Orb Beige. No, the Curve Doré Chanel bronzer from last year. Put that along top of that. While I like what's happening with my eyes, I feel like I need a little depth. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that pink color from Tropical Dusk. Add it along the bottom just a little. I was going to add pink because it wasn't the color I was going for. It does add a little something to these colors. I'm just going to add a little here and there. So love, love, love this color. Now this is such a beautiful blush that I purchased maybe a few, I don't know, months ago, maybe even a month ago. But it's the Hermes, the new Hermes Rose Curve color, and I loved it because it is so beautiful. But let me tell you, this color is so pigmented. It's really hard for me to place this without it being too much. So that has been my only hesitation. So I finally have like a blush brush that isn't so dense, and so we're gonna try this and see if I can dispense it better. So I'm just gonna, that's it. I'm just gonna do one little tap once again. Pat it off the top. I think with this color, because of my coloring, you can't get too crazy because it's just going to be too much. I have been dying to try one of the Hermes Lip Infused Care Oil Color and Scent. Basically, it's like the oils that Dior has, that many brands have, but I really love the Dior lip oils. So I was like, I want to try the Hermes. Now this is the color 01 Beige Septuti. That's how you pronounce it. And this is what I've been using throughout the video. I will say, in regards to how these perform with the lip oils from Dior, these are more nourishing. I love the lip. I think Dior's are shinier, but I think the Hermes are more nourishing. It really feels like a balm versus just an oil, right? Reminds me a lot of the Guerlain little bee balms, very nourishing on the lips, but this one maybe even a little more than the Guerlain. So really enjoying this. I told you I was going to compare this one to the Rosy Beige. Now the Rosy Beige, I find that works better. It's beautiful too, but I would not wear it on its own because it is so fair. So the Rosy Beige color, put it here. So it is not very visible, right? And if it is very pale looking, which I kind of showed you on a Barbie makeup look. I like to use this underneath my favorite tinted moisturizer, Say Beauty. So I put it over top. These two are a match made in heaven. Just because it perfects, it blurs, and it really helps grip that Say Beauty. In regards to Chanel enhancers, skin enhancers, it is quite unique. It is kind of like a primer, but it also is extremely hydrating. The best primer I feel like I have if you want a hydrating look. If you want to look super moisturized, you want to look healthy, naturally lit within, these two are amazing. I think both colors serve, and there's a third color, but it was a little deeper, so you probably could use that for like a bronzer or something of that nature. But I think these two on its own, for me, I would always use them in conjunction. If I want to use these as like a one and done, leave the house, have my moisturizer, my SPF, and a little bit of hydration, I would totally use these two together and lean in on this one under my eyes with my concealer mixed in. And then if you have like your regular foundation, and I've used this with the Chantecaille, I've used this with various Chanel #1 foundation, and I have this color in B40, which is typically my perfect shade. I've used those two. I've also used it under the Water Fresh tint. So many different options, and they all come out fabulously with these particular enhancers. So what do I think about these? I think they're amazing. I love that Chanel's come out with something very interesting, very unique. I myself don't have tons of enhancing moisturizing products, so if you have tons of these kinds of products, this may not interest you. But for me, as having like a primer or something to wear on my easy breezy days to make me look more hydrated and moisturized, oh, I love. And I love that the product list is very high up with glycerin. It's water and glycerin. Those are the first two products in here, and I love that, because although people hype up the hyaluronic acid, that has its own kind of issues. I really love glycerin as a humectant, and I feel like I love that that has that high top on the list. That's like your #1. The hyaluronic acid is, the hyaluronic is going to be sodium hyaluronate. That's like way far down, which is great because it's way down the list. You want to lean into the glycerin because it's going to really give you great hydration. So with that being said, that is my review on the new Chanel #1 Camellia skin enhancers. I love it. So tell me, darlings, what do you think of the colors? Did you think they were much different? Are you interested in purchasing any of these? I am in love. I'm so excited for all the things Chanel is coming out with very soon, so you best believe I will be talking about it. There is one beauty house that I will always review most of the products. I won't always review everything from everyone because it doesn't excite me. And so yeah, but you can always count that I will review Chanel because it is one of my absolute favorites. So darlings, I hope you have a great day, a beautiful week, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I'll see you very soon.